Hi, everyone. Welcome to Film Vets. I'm your host, Paul Dixon, and this is my co-host.
What's up? I'm co-host.
What's your name?
I don't know. You just said this is my co-host, so I'm co-host today.
This is co-host Dan.
Dan. Now you want to give me a name.
So we're in 2024, and we are moving on from whatever the hell this is. I want to talk about the upcoming films that are coming out throughout the year and what we're excited about and what we're not excited about, and just see where you land with that, because I know you're very particular about the amount of films you see throughout the year, which is great. But it also gives us a lot to talk about and see where we go from there. So what do you say, Dan? You want to do it?
Yep, let's do it.
He put on his reading glasses. That's how you know it's for real.
Actually, I'm normally blind. These are just my regular glasses.
Great. So, in January, we have Mean Girls, which is a remake of the 2004 comedy. It's going to be a musical. I saw the trailer for this. I'm honestly not excited for it. I'm just not. I'm just not really excited for it because I feel like I know the film so well. That said, I like to be proven wrong because, I already want to see Color Purple, and that's also a musical. I understand that they want to do a kind of different version. This is based off the one that was a play, a musical. So, I don't know. I'm open to it being good, but I'll be honest, I'd rather go back and watch the original. What do you think?
Yeah. It didn't Mean Girls come out on the 12th?
Yeah, so it's out this weekend.
It is opening on January 12th.
Yeah. So
I'm looking at a list too.
Oh, good. I'm going off the one on Rotten Tomatoes, the most anticipated of 2024, and I'm sure there'll be films that are not listed on here, but these are ones that are standing out. So I'm fine with that. The next one I want to talk about is Argylle. We watched the trailer for this, but I don't think.
Oh my god! Yeah,
this looks fun. I love Matthew Vaughn.
This looks ridiculous. I am so excited.
Okay, Henry Cavill's hair looks just terrible in this, but I think that gets me more excited for some reason, because they're just like, yeah, we're gonna make the handsomest man alive look like that. So I don't know. I'm always about that. Somebody online was like talking about it's a crime to make Henry Cavill look that way. It's just like, yeah, but Sam Rockwell is also in the cast. So yeah, really excited for this. John Cena, Matthew Vaughn directed Kick-Ass, and he directed X-Men First Class and the Kingsman movies. So I'm always excited for a film he makes, because he has just a very unique style that's a little elevated beyond just it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but fun, I really enjoy his film. So that's really exciting. Next we talk about Madam Web. God, I want this movie to be good, but everything that has happened with the promotional materials and the marketing has been just straight up shit. Like, I don't like the trailer. But to be fair, I don't like any of the trailers that Sony releases with these type of films. For some reason, they're all they feel like they were cut the same way, and that's just me. But I really want it to be good. I never want a film to be bad, but this just doesn't look great. It looks like something like when they came out with the list of movies that they were trying to make spinoffs for Spider-Man. One of them was Aunt May, the movie. So this kind of reminds me of that.
I'm still in on that. It needs to be the 80-year-old Aunt May. I want to see her make muffins and hit on the 90-year-old neighbor down the road. Just uncomfortable. Like,
I want to see her
Aunt May in her day-to-day.
I want to see her getting married to Doc Ock, just like the comics.
Oh,
80-year-old Aunt May. 80-year-old Aunt May getting married to 40-something-year-old Doc Ock just to piss off Peter Parker. That's the movie.
That would be hilarious. Like a passive-aggressive Aunt May. Like that would I'd be in on that.
I would love that. Okay, so Dune Part 2. My God, I cannot wait for this film. I've read the book all the way through.
This is going to be one of the biggest ones of the year.
Dude, seriously. I'm so anticipating this, and I really feel like it's going to be something special. We've already talked about the film in depth in the trailer in other videos, but there's just the fact that it's been pushed off again and again, and now we're going to March 1st. the second those tickets go on sale, I'm getting the opening night, and hell, I might try to make a still suit and go with the plug into my nose. I'll spray my eyes blue, normal shit.
Yeah, completely normal.
I'm just really excited for that. I think that might be my most anticipated for 2024, and it's early in the year. So next we have Imaginary. I didn't see this one. So we're just going to skip that. It looks like it's an original horror film. Actually, I think I did see the trailer for this.
Crazy.
Yeah, I did see this in the theater. Looks like a fun horror film. It looks good. I'll check it out. I'm always down for a good horror film. And Jeff Wadlow, that name sounds really familiar. I feel like he's directed some stuff that I like. So I'll check it out. It looks fun. Next we have Kung Fu Panda 4. We talked about how excited we are for that. I do need to go back and watch the films because they're just escaping my memory at the moment. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
That's because they're so broken up, and this one came out of nowhere. Nobody expected number 4.
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I don't know if you saw the trailer for this, but it's a sequel to the Ghostbusters reboot movie that came out a couple of years ago, Afterlife, which I honestly shed some tears in. I thought it was just beautifully made. It definitely looks like they're going to increase the visibility of the new Ghostbusters and make them the forefront, but they're also bringing back all the other original cast members from the other Ghostbusters movies. So Bill Murray's back, Dan Aykroyd. For some reason, when I was a kid, I thought Ernie Hudson had a bigger part, but he wasn't in the movie hardly at all. Like,
they hired him on, and then he was just always kind of off to the side.
Eddie Murphy
was the fourth.
Eddie Murphy was the original. Yeah, Eddie Murphy was the original cast member, but he dropped out. And then when Ernie Hudson came on, they decreased the visibility of that character.
That's a shame. Ernie Hudson's a treasure.
Yeah. And I love that he's now the owner of the building that they're going to work in. So I'm really excited for this. I'm such a Ghostbuster fan. I had the Proton Pack and everything when I was a kid. And so
who was your favorite Ghostbuster?
I mean, Bill Murray might have been. Oh, it might have been. It's hard to choose. They were so great. Dan Aykroyd was fun. Harold Ramis was just so dry wit.
He was my favorite. My favorite was Egon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Egon. So Frozen Empire, I'm really excited for that. I hope it's as good as the last one. So Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire. Here's the thing. I love Godzilla. I think it's a great monster. I mean, you have so much fun when you see the scale of that monster. My God, it's just, I want to see Godzilla -1. I haven't gone yet, but the problem is I haven't been really excited with certain movies from this genre. I'm watching Monarch Legacy of Monsters, and I have to say that's one of the best things I've seen from the Godzilla series that this is, which is also connected to the Kong Skull Island movie. So it's all interconnected, which is cool, but I haven't really enjoyed the films lately. I love the connectivity, but the last film, Godzilla versus Kong, I think that's what it was. It left me very hollow. I think the problem is the characters are kind of looked over. Like they're not. Yes. They're just kind of there, and the monster fights are kind of the forefront, and that just doesn't appeal to me as much. I'm glad when people are into that, but I need more substance, me personally.
I think that the Godzilla movies, specifically this running series of Godzilla movies, suffer from the one thing that people complain about the most, and it's how do I put this? So in the first Godzilla, everybody complained that you didn't really get a lot of Godzilla. It's a good Godzilla movie, and he doesn't show up until almost an hour in. It's Godzilla. Where's Godzilla? So what they did is they turned around in the second movie and went, you want Godzilla? Here he is. But it drained away. It turned all of the human people into second and third and fourth tier characters. There's nothing to drive anything. It's so dry. That's just sitting there like, well, I'm here for the big monster fight. And then the third movie, they leaned even harder into it. and it left you feeling hollow because it doesn't have the heart that the first movie was trying to get at.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the first movie I actually enjoyed a lot, even though Godzilla was sparse throughout. I liked following the characters that were dealing with this giant monster, and I think that's why Monarch is so well done, and that's why I'm enjoying that. Is because we really delve into what these characters are and what their struggles are, on top of, oh my God, there's a giant monster that any moment could spring up and destroy everything we love and everything it's always been kind of the Godzilla is the atomic bomb. It's very now an allegory for that, and it you feel that fear throughout Monarch. I mean, just how small people are compared to these giant titans, and that excites me. So yeah, we'll see.
That one could be fun if they learn their lessons from Monarch brought it into this. Like, I'm hoping that they found a good balance finally, because I want it.
We'll see.
I want it so bad.
So next up, the Challengers, or just Challengers. So this movie is basically Zendaya and a threesome, the movie. And it's about these tennis players. So it centers around the relationships between, let me read this, between tennis prodigy turned coach Zendaya, the struggling former champion who is her husband, Mike Faist, and his former best friend, Josh O'Connor, who also happens to be her ex-boyfriend. Now, this movie does look interesting, to say the least, but so I don't know. This looks fun to me. We need a good threesome movie. We haven't had a good one since Wild Things with Matt Dillon. Or El Montuyo. I can't remember, the Spanish film that Alfonso Cuarón made. I'm always down for a good threesome movie, so let's do it. Next up, Civil War. Yes. So I want to touch really quickly on the comments we received for Civil War. They're ridiculous,
and they were a mixed bag.
They were
interesting a little bit here and there.
Look, people that say that January 6th was a disaster, yeah, it was. It was pretty bad. I mean, to think that it wasn't, I can't wrap my head around people that would say something like that. But hey, that's your perspective. But I actually saw the footage, so good luck trying to change my mind. Civil War looks like the accumulation of everything we've been dealing with for the past 4 to 6 years. So, we've already touched on this in the trailer review, but I just think the comments are a little ridiculous. But hey, thanks for sharing your opinion, I guess. So, next up,
always open to it.
Yeah, totally. I think some people are seeing things through a different prism, so to speak. Next one I want to talk about is The Fall Guy. This looks fun.
Oh yeah,
this looks excited so for this fun. One. I love a good action film.
This is definitely in my top 5.
Yeah. Fall Guy looks great. Ryan Gosling looks fun. Emily Blunt is just perfection, in my opinion. So yeah, not much to say about it. It looks like a great action film and could be a big hit. So I'm really excited for that. Mm-hmm. Back to Black, we talked about already, so that's cool. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I've seen every Planet of the Apes.
We did this one, I think.
Yeah, we did. I've seen every Planet of the Apes film. I want this to be good. I know it's kind of a reboot of sorts, but I'm really excited for it. It's kind of like the Godzilla films. I want them to be good, but sometimes they're not. Yep. Yeah, we'll see.
But they just got to find that balance to humanize it and dehumanize it at the same time. It's a very precarious balance, but it can be done. We've seen it.
It can be, yeah. If with Ryan Reynolds and Steve Carell.
Oh, yes.
I love the
and
concept
that's my number 4.
Oh, wow. Yeah, if such a great idea to have these imaginary characters in live action, directed by John Krasinski, which gets me even more excited because he's such a phenomenal director. I loved Quiet Place films. I just masterfully made. Mm-hmm. And so this looks like a treat. I'm really excited for it. Yeah, okay, so this might be my number 3 film, Mad Max Saga Furiosa.
Oh yeah, Furiosa.
God, George Miller, just phenomenal director. I can't wait for this one. I'm so excited. I've seen the trailer like 20 times. It just gets me so hyped. Can't wait to witness this. Yeah. Okay, so we're getting into the smaller but not maybe films that haven't had a trailer, but they're coming up. The Garfield movie with Chris Pratt. Look, Chris Pratt gets a lot of...
That'll be fun.
Yeah, Chris Pratt gets a lot of heat, but you can't deny the guy's talent.
He did fantastic as Mario.
He did great as Mario. I loved him. I think it'll be fun. We'll have to see a trailer, but I don't have a problem with Chris Pratt voicing Garfield. Like, yeah, great. You know, he's a draw. No matter what you say about him, Mario made $1 billion, and he was in that, and he didn't distract from the movie. He actually, in my opinion, he did the Italian accent just enough, and it wasn't over the top. I had a great time with his movie. So Ballerina, coming out in June 2024. This is a spinoff from the John Wick series, and it will be starring Ana de Armas. Keanu Reeves will make an appearance probably, so will Ian McShane. Don't know how I feel about it because we never seen Ana de Armas's character in any of the other movies, but we know about the ballerina setting from the other films where he shows up and works with them. So I mean, I'm open to it. The John Wick TV show I heard wasn't very good, so that's kind of the Continental. So we'll see. Bad Boys 4. Okay, look.
Yeah.
Bad Boys for Life was number 3. So now you have Bad Boys 4, and you can't use that name anymore. That's stupid. Like, just think that's stupid. Anyway.
Well, I mean, if you know what this means, right?
No.
That Bad Boys is technically a sequel. It's the first movie is technically the second, and then it moves on and on. So this should be, and the S should be a 5, right? You know what the prequel to Bad Boys is?
Good Boys.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Duh.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is the prequel. Inside Out 2. God, finally, I'm ready for this film. I'm such a big fan of the first one. I might rewatch it actually tonight.
This one should be fun.
Yeah. Really excited for that. I believe they just released today.
Did you ever notice
what?
Anxiety brought a lot of baggage? I whenever I saw it, I thought it was amazing.
The bike riders. The trailer looks great. It's Tom Hardy, Austin Butler, part of a motorcycle gang. I mean, it's not much more to it that I want to see. That just looks great. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Anything with Austin Butler right now is pretty good. So,
oh yeah.
July we have Despicable Me 4. Cool.
They're making a fourth one.
They are. I mean, God, come on! This series has made so much money for them. I'm surprised it took this long to make a number 4, but yeah, I think they're pretty okay films. I think there's some great comedy throughout, but they're not my favorite series. I think they're a little overblown for me, but yeah, sure, I'll check it out. Why not? Deadpool 3. This might be my most anticipated film of the year.
Easily number 1.
Bringing Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine with a yellow suit has already got people like wanting to see this film. It's going to be directed by Sean Levy, who directed Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds. So I think this is going to be really fun. I think this is going to be probably the biggest hit of the year. That even though it's rated R, don't care. Bringing Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine, you're guaranteed a great film. I think, personally. Borderlands coming out in August. Sure. Borderlands. Don't know much about it.
That should be fun.
Yeah.
Kate Blanchett? Oh my, Jack Black?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
This is going to be crazy.
I hope it's good. I don't know anything about it. Eli Roth is directing. Hart? Yeah, I don't know. But it could be good. I think a lot of video game movies are coming on the up and up lately, so that's cool. There's a new Alien movie. That's awesome.
That's going to be great. I love a good Alien movie.
Directed by Fede Alvarez. New film comes from Don't Breathe director. Hey. Follow a group of young people on a distant world who find themselves in a confrontation with the most terrifying life form in the universe. I'm sold. It's Alien, directed by Don't Breathe. Dude. Oh, yeah. Top 10 right there. Kraven the Hunter, It's a Sony movie.
And I like how we both collectively held our breath.
Yeah. Here's the thing about
I
this.
love Aaron Taylor Johnson,
right.
And I'm not looking forward to this.
I know, yeah. Here's the thing I think they really messed up with. Why in God's name would you not make the next Venom movie that's coming out next year, the Kraven the Hunter be the villain? Hunting Venom. I would watch the hell out of that.
Be beautiful.
I mean, if you played the new Spider-Man game, that's kind of what happened. And it was done brilliantly. And I just don't understand what Sony's doing. I don't know. Making him a hero?
Sony's finding a way to DC their way through this. That's what they're doing. Is they're
James Gunn on that.
Really
James Gunn.
Taking a winning formula. It's tried and true, putting their foot up on the coffee table and then putting a shotgun up to it and pulling the trigger multiple times. They're just bloody stumping it. Great. Moving on.
Good job, Sony.
Beetlejuice 2.
Beetlejuice 2. Yes, I want to see this. I would imagine Michael Keaton's probably not going to be in the film as much as people probably think, because if you look back at the original, he's not in the movie a lot. He's kind of just the side character that pops in, which made him so much better, in my opinion. And I can see them doing that again. Yeah, Lydia's coming back, played by Winona Ryder. Yeah, really exciting. Joker Folie à Deux, which is Shared Madness. Yes. I mean, it's going to be a musical, which is really interesting. Brendan Gleeson's going to be in it with Joaquin Phoenix returning. Yeah, Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. Yeah, I mean, what's to say? This movie made $1 billion. Of course they're going to make a sequel. But I'm excited for it to be a musical. I don't know why people really hate musicals. I never understood that. But I really think this could be something special and different from everything else. Terrifier 3. I've seen Terrifier 2. I get why they're going to do this. Like, it's just a messed up series. If you've never watched it.
Never seen it.
If you're into gore, like horror gore, and really good horror gore, it's fun to watch, and it's just kind of messed up. So yeah. Anyway, November, Venom 3, which we talked about. Sure, I the last two were fine. They're
fine.
They're fine. I just think that's a little weird. They keep doing the symbiotes again and again, and it looks like they're going to do it again. I really hope that Kraven. I hoped that Kraven would be the villain, but they're not doing that apparently. Gladiator 2, which I still don't understand why they're doing that, but Paul Mescal,
but he died.
It's not going to be about. It's not going to be about Russell Crowe.
Continue that story.
Yeah, it's not going to be about Russell Crowe. It's going to be about you remember the kid who is the son? He's going to be the next emperor. He's now the star of the film, played by Paul Mescal. So I don't know. I love Ridley Scott, so I'm glad he's returning to direct, and I don't know what. Yeah, so Grown Up Lucius. Don't know. Yeah. I guess, you know what? I think he just wants to make that sword and sandals stuff again. And he's like, I just want to go back to that era. So this is an excuse, even though Russell Crowe's not in it. Yeah. There was talk at one point about this being like the sequel would be him going in through the afterlife. It would be Russell Crowe, like, traveling
God of War.
Yeah. Good God of War, basically. Honestly, if it was made like a couple of years after the first one and he was still within that age range to make it, I would have actually really loved that. But yeah, here we are. Nosferatu, probably in my top 5. Robert Eggers directed. That should
be awesome.
Yeah, he directed The Witch and Lighthouse. Lighthouse I saw in the movie theater 3 times. I love that movie. And The Northman, which was phenomenal as well. I love The Witch. Nobody else that went with me liked it, but I loved it. The fact that Bill Skarsgård's playing a vampire and he's being hunted by a very crazy vampire hunter played by Willem Dafoe, I'm there.
Yeah.
In like Flynn. There's a lot to look forward to, and I think there's a lot of things we didn't get to that are coming out as well. And there's going to be films throughout the year we don't know about that are in production that are probably going to surprise us. out of these, I'd say Nosferatu, Deadpool 3, and Dune Part 2 are the ones that I'm really looking forward to the most. What about you, Dan?
Honestly, it's about the same list.
Yeah?
It's like I've got 20 movies tied for number 2 and Deadpool 3 for number 1. Like I've just got so much I'm looking forward to, and I got to make time to watch.
Do you think you'll watch all the films you want this year, Dan? My goal personally,
my second New Year's resolution.
My personal goal is to watch as many films this year as possible, and probably go to the theater at least 3 times a week. I didn't do that last year, and I, kind of regret it because now I'm having to catch up for 2024. But I think I'm going to try to do that and see as many films as possible, especially since I'm an actor. I need to study these people and, really understand the craft more. And I would love to hear what your thoughts are, your top favorite films or most anticipated films of 2024 are. Let us know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to check out our other segments and trailer reactions. Thank you so much, veterans, for watching and for your service. And Dan, thank you for giving me your top films of the year.
Yeah, thanks for rolling through the list. That was awesome.
That was fun.
I'm so excited.
Me too. We'll see you for the rest of 2024. We're going to make some more videos. So see you next time.
See y'all soon.
Bye.
Bye.